Hey guys, I'm Rich. This is Rich with Cars, and today I want to give you a quick review of the 2022 Hyundai Sonata SEL trim. I've been with this car for about a week. I rented it in this beautiful place here in California. I want to give you guys my idea of what my experience has been with this 2022 Sonata, which was redesigned as a 2020 model. So guys, let's dive in and take a look. So right off the bat, I wanted to apologize, guys. I didn't bring my microphone with me, so apologies for the wind noise in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But let's just get started right away on the exterior overview. The design for the 2022 Hyundai Sonata basically was done in 2020, and they gave it this sort of different look on the front. A lot of people say it looks like a catfish in the front. One thing that I really do like quite a bit are these daytime running lights that come over here, and they basically merge with the aluminum accenting on the front of the vehicle. From a design perspective, a lot of people say that this is very controversial, especially when you compare it to some of its competition, like the Toyota Camry. But I do like some of the design features, like I said before, the daytime running lights and how it continues with the accenting in the front, alongside with these venting that are actually functional. Overall, I actually like it quite a bit. Hyundai and the Kia group have done a great job in terms of design with all their vehicles. This particular trim, which is the SEL, comes with 17-inch wheels. Not a very crazy design, as we can see. We have some nice window trim that goes all the way around, and it basically stretches to the rear 3/4 panel. I really do like how the taillights come around and all the way behind the vehicle. And then you have the Sonata model designation right there at the bottom. Generally speaking, I think it looks pretty good for a mid-size sedan, and they did a pretty good job in terms of the overall profile look. So the door cords are very simple. Let's take into consideration this is a entry-level mid-size sedan. But given the fact that this is the SEL trim, which is the second one from the lowest being the SE trim, second one, which is this one, is the SEL. You have this nice aluminum trim that basically works its way into the door release handle, and then you have your typical window controls, your window lock. You have a little speaker grill over here, which is for the tweeter, and then you have the other speaker grill there at the bottom. Now you have one little area here for storage, and then another little area for storage also over here, which you can fit a 500 milliliter bottle alongside with some other things as well. So the SEL trim comes with an 8-way power seat for the driver, but only manual controls for the passenger side. But the seats themselves were pretty comfortable. I've driven over 250 miles in these seats, and they're relatively comfortable. They come only in cloth. The design is not that great. I like this little pinstriping here in the middle. We have a non-traditional 4-spoke steering wheel. I'm not a big fan of this one, but it does have, you know, your general functionalities, which include your volume controls and different functionalities as well for your middle gauge cluster over there, the digital one there. And then of course you have your smart cruise control, and then also the ability to change some of the screens over there that give you the ability to change different safety features and look at different information. You do have analog dials for both your speedometer and tachometer, settings for the brightness for the interior at night for the illumination. You have your highway lane keep assist on and off, parking brake, which is an electronic parking brake, traction control on and off, and your trunk release over there. One cool thing that does come with all trims, including this one, is the ability to have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. As soon as you come in, if your Bluetooth is on, it'll automatically connect to the actual system over here, and then you just click on Android Auto and it brings you right there. So that's pretty cool. This does come with an 8-inch screen, but you do have the option of getting a larger, I believe it's a 10+ inch screen. I'll give you guys the actual sizes on the screen itself. And then of course you have your shortcuts over there, and you have a star to actually do it as a favorite type of function. You can adjust it to whatever you want out of the different options that they give you. So generally speaking, for an entry level, pretty good. You do have quite a few safety features that are also included as part of this trim. As you have an automatic HVAC system over here with a digital screen over there, and this trim does come with heated seats. It does not come with cooled seats though. It does have dual zone climate controls. And then something else over here is your gear controls. It is automatic gear. It's an 8-speed automatic, and it's not a regular gear lever or gear shifter. It is actually button control. So you have your park, reverse, neutral, and drive. You don't have the ability to go into manual mode. Finally, you have your drive modes over here, alongside with an auto hold feature as well. You have some additional storage room over here, or storage area, with your 12-volt cigarette style lighter plug. Both USB-A plugs, but one's for charging, the other one's to actually plug it into the system in here. You have some storage over here in the middle console with a little extra storage area alongside with your cup holders. One cool thing also that I do like in terms of storage is the fact that you have a little storage compartment here for your cell phone. Instead of actually throwing it in there, you can just put it in here standing up. So the back seat over here, right behind the driver, and the driver seat is actually adjusted to my height. I'm actually 6'1". So I do have at least, I would say, 3.5 to 4 inches of space between my knees and the back seat itself. You have a little bit of a hump here in the middle. Sitting here in the rear, we do have about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of space between the ceiling and my head, and I'm sitting completely upright over here. So there is quite a bit of space here with your grab handle here in the rear. And then finally we have a couple of cup holders here inside the armrest. So that gives you additional convenience as well. Cargo volume and cargo capacity, this does have quite a bit of space. You do have some cubbies over here for little items, and the cool thing is that you can actually put the seats on, as you guys can see on each side. You do have about 16 cubic feet of space, so generally speaking, it's not that bad. Now, taking a quick look at the engine, we do have this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It is does have 191 horsepower and 181 pounds-per-feet of torque. In terms of fuel efficiency, you do have, like I said, pretty good mileage, which is 27, 37, 31, which is 27 city, 37 highway, and 31 combined, which is not bad given the fact that you do have this 2.5 liter non-turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. The cool thing that I do like about this is the fact that you do have these hydraulic struts, that you don't need a prop to actually keep the hood up. So these struts actually do keep the hood open, which is very convenient as well for an entry-level mid-size sedan. So from a driving perspective, after being with this car for about 1 week, I can't really say much in terms of feel. It's very muted. It's not very powerful. It does have, like I mentioned before, a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. From a handling perspective, I wouldn't say this is a great handling car. I did feel quite a bit of a body roll, but it was comfortable though, especially as a daily car. From a performance perspective, this is not very well performing just because it is a front wheel drive car. I did try to accelerate quite fast a few times from a standstill, and I did get a little bit of torque steer while driving. In terms of quietness, you do get a bit of engine noise, you do get a bit of wind noise through some of the different panels. In terms of suspension, it's pretty compliant, pretty soft as well, but aside from that, the steering, like I said, is quite muted. I mean, as a daily driver, it's not bad. If you were to compare it to the Toyota Camry, I was reading, because I never got the chance to really test out the Toyota Camry, that the Camry actually does have a better driving dynamics than this does. And let's not forget that this only comes in the front wheel drive. It does not offer an all-wheel drive version as opposed to some of its competition. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick review of the 2022 Hyundai Sonata. If you're asking me, is a Hyundai Sonata a good car? I definitely think it is, especially if you compare it to some of the other players in the arena. I think it does fall on top of the list, like the Toyota Camry. It's been there for many years, on top of the rankings in terms of popularity. But the Hyundai Sonata, especially now the latest generation, does offer a lot of good features for an entry-level midsize sedan. So you guys, if you want to look at a vehicle of this class, I highly recommend that you put it on top of your list. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and put any comments below if you have any questions. I'll make sure to answer any questions you guys have. So once again, thank you for watching and all the support. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, take care. Bye-bye.